Welcome to an intercultural learning moment, brought to you by Cultural Advantage. In this video, we begin our look at the trouble with interview questions, starting with handling conflict. When looking to find an ideal candidate for a job, there are a number of common questions that get asked during the interview, in addition to the ones particular to that role. We're usually looking for certain specific answers to particular interview questions. We're often trying to gauge the applicant's experience with interpersonal skills and whether or not they'll be a good fit with our organization. One of these common questions is, have you ever had a conflict with a coworker, and how did you solve that conflict? The way that Canadians are expected to deal with this is by taking initiative. This means that they do not talk to their supervisor or manager first. Instead, they try to speak to the person that they had the conflict with and come to an understanding and problem solve the situation between the two of them, only involving the supervisor if this fails to solve the conflict. So the answer we're looking for when we ask this question in an interview is that they approach the person and try to resolve the conflict themselves. However, different cultures handle conflict in the workplace differently. So when you're asking the same question to somebody whose work experience is in a different country, you may get a different type of answer. It is important to understand that in some cultures, it would be considered inappropriate not to involve the supervisor when you have a conflict. And this would mean that the person's response to this question would illustrate this difference. They would have been expected to go see their supervisor as soon as a problem arose. This is especially true in cultures where the workplace is much more hierarchical and a person's supervisor must be involved in every step. This not only is essential to the workplace running smoothly, but it's also a sign of respect. So this step was needed for them to effectively do their job. This would mean that their response was that they would talk with their supervisor who helps them deal with the situation. If you can see in a person's resume or application that they have a lot of international experience, you can get a better understanding of the situation by reframing the question. You could instead ask, how were you expected to handle conflict with a coworker in your previous jobs? Once you find out what the expectations were at their previous places of employment, you can lay out the expectations for conflict resolution in this role in your organization. This way, the candidate is aware of the difference between their previous experience and how they would need to handle things if they were successfully onboarded into your organization. By digging deeper into a candidate's experience, it will allow you to better understand why they give the answers that they do. Knowing this, you will more easily be able to guide the candidate to what the expectations would be for conflict management if they were successfully brought into this role in your organization. In turn, the newcomer candidate will be better informed and prepared to meet those expectations, as well as to adapt to and fit in better with existing teams. We're looking forward to working with you.